I got a superstar glow, so ooh. Do the boogie like side step right left to my beat. Highlight the moon, rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. Side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll.
Side step right left to my beat. Highlight the moon, rock with me, baby. Know that I got that heat. Let me show you 'cause talk is cheap. A side step right left to my beat. Get it, let it roll.
All I need is have a chance, a second thought, a second glance will prove I got whatever it takes. It's a piece of cake to stand out above the crowd, even if I gotta shout out loud. Tomorrow's the only face you'll see, gonna stand out so you notice me.
Picture is really weird. It looks like a normal staircase, but once you flip your phone, it appears upside down until you blink. Then it looks right side up again. Send this to a friend to freak him out.
Cause I'm in stars tonight. So watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with that little fucking soul. Light it up like dynamite. This is so watch me bring the fire, set the night alight. Shining through the city with that little fucking soul.
Just felt led on my heart to share with you guys. I think God had time to just write with what I needed to read and hear, just with what I've been dealing with. And as I was doing it and spending time in prayer last night before I went to bed, these two verses came to my mind, which were just happened to coincidentally be in the book of John. One of the verses is John 14:1 and the other is John 16:33. John 14:1 says, "Do not let your hearts be troubled. Trust in God. Trust also in me." And then, of course, John 16:33 says, "I have told you these things so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but take heart. I have overcome the world." So after I got done doing my reading from yesterday, I instantly thought back to what my dad had said when he had prayed for me last night before I went to bed, and he had mentioned about peace and how God does allow things to happen for a reason. And lately I just have felt distant from God. These past 2.5 weeks have been having trouble trying to get into the Word and spend time in prayer, and I've also feel like I've been in a spiritual warfare with the enemy. Just have been feeling fear and anxiety, just have been feeling worried, aggravated, frustrated, and angry because our plans had gotten changed last minute because of something happening. And that was where I started feeling aggravated, frustrated, thinking, why did this have to happen at a moment when I had these plans already, and it's like I had to cancel them and reschedule them. But also at the same time, with what was going on, it really started to worry me and started making my heart, the feeling of fear and worrying started making my heart kind of ache a bit, and it was like troubling my heart. It was troubling my heart was what I was trying to say, and now I got it. And I think it wasn't until last night I was at my breaking point that I just knelt down at the side of my bed and just started praying to God and had these tears coming down my face. And my mom had then asked me if I was okay, and I just told her I would spend time in prayer, and asked me if I wanted to talk about it. And then I just decided to tell my mom and dad what had happened, what I had been struggling with, just feeling fear and feeling scared. And then my dad, so thankful for what my dad did last night. He took time to pray with me, and he had reminded me that God allows things to happen for a reason. Sometimes when he allows things to happen for a reason, it can either be a blessing or it can be to help us grow closer to him. He even allows the bad things to happen to help us grow stronger and closer to him, or to remind us that we need to surrender over something that we may have been holding on to and didn't realize it, or maybe to try to get our attention and let him speak to us. And it made me think back to what I tell people sometimes, and it's that the thing is, we may never understand why things happen at a certain point in time in our life, but what we do know is that something good will come from out of it. And I just wanted to let you guys know that when God allows things to happen, it's for a reason, and good things can come from it. Sometimes when things happen, it can be a blessing in disguise, or it may be to try to get our attention and him try to tell us something.
Daddy set the bar real high, showed me what a real man looks like. It's gonna take one to fill those shoes. In his eyes, nothing less will do. He's gotta be a man of God. Keep it tight when he ties that knot. Lucky as a girl's ever gonna get to love a man that's half the man that my dad.
On nights like these, we're going all out. Nights like these, we gon' get loud. Nights like these, we gon' get loud. Nights like these, we going non-stop. Nights like these, we going on.
So at first too, it made me think of how we have this childlike instinct of when we see something new, it fascinates us, and we're like so curious about it to where we want to learn more about it. In the first 3, we are reminded of how we get a taste of just how awesome God is when we grow deeper into our relationship with him. And the more time we spend reading the word and praying, the more closer we get to him, and that desire of his love and compassion just grows so deep in our heart to the point that we want to share with the world and talk about him. And it's so amazing what God can do when we spend time and are so faithful to him and obedient to him, and we get that taste of just how amazing he is.